The hell was that?
Jay!
What was that?
Jay, you good?
Previously at Randolph County Asylum.
What the hell?
Yeah. So
Wait, this is 4 in the morning?
this is
Can you play it again?
Yep.
You got to hear this.
It gave me goosebumps. I literally have goosebumps when I heard it. Look at that, it's moving. Look at that. Is there anybody here with us? I heard a growl.
What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Like really loud.
This is where we are, people. Check it out. I'm going to investigate. Bye.
All right, so I've come up with this idea. I've written down my name, JV's name, and John's name. And I've written down 4 locations. And what I'm going to do is have each one of us pick a name out of it and pick a name, and then I'll put the locations in the bag, and each person can pick a location. And then it'll decide who's going where. So we'll see if they're up for it. So,
Oh,
yeah, I got a bag here.
okay.
We're going to place this over your head and see how long you can last.
Oh, that's fine.
No. All right. I wrote all 3 of our names on
Okay.
a piece of paper.
Okay.
And what I figure, I'll put all 3 of our names in there. Each one of us can pick a name, see
Okay.
what you get.
Okay.
And then I've got locations on other pieces of paper. I'll put that in so we can decide who's going where.
All right.
And
Solo?
do it solo.
It's like a little lottery.
Solo.
Solo, 100%.
Okay. All right. That works for me.
I'll have to open this to get
Oh,
it.
okay. All right. I got John.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got John's name here.
got
Hold on. Let me
John.
turn the IR so people can see it. Hold on. Shine your light on it. That's too much light. It's overpowering. There it is. John.
All right, John.
Okay. I got John.
All right, John, pick a piece of paper.
All right. Okay. Turn the IR off. There you go. Somebody want to hold my phone so we can. Oh, it's JV.
All right. Well, that's
What are the
convenient.
odds? Maybe my name's not even in there.
Yeah, you
Wait,
probably didn't
I'm
put your name
picking
in
my
there.
own location? Hang on. Let's see. This is mine. I got it. And it says Jay.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Wow,
All right.
surprise.
So
Okay.
now I've got the locations in my back pocket.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. Yeah. All right. So.
All right. So what I pick is going to be where John goes.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
You pick John's name, so go ahead.
This is rigged.
What does it say?
Toilet.
Toilet? Is it upside down? Loitet?
No, it says asylum, but aren't we in the asylum?
Well, then you get the men, the male and the female side.
Oh,
It'll make sense.
this
to you
is
in a
John. This is John.
second. John. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to
The asylum.
the asylum. Okay, got it.
You go ahead, John. You pick.
This is for where I go.
All right.
All right. Need a light on again?
Yeah, it's in my pocket. I'll give it to you.
We should have planned this better with flashlights.
Well, I just randomly came in
I
here.
know.
Attic.
Attic.
I'm going to the attic.
Going to the attic.
All right.
You go in the attic.
All right. So what's that leave for you?
Well, I don't know. It leaves this one.
Well, you know it's there, right?
Basement.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one other piece of paper in there, though. Grab it.
One more in here.
Yeah, one more in there. So let's see what it says.
I'm afraid to look. You secretly love Jason.
What are the odds?
Oh my God.
I felt like I saw that one coming.
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
I didn't think it was a secret.
Yeah, I can't even read it when it's on that. And there, it just looked like a shadow walked by the end of that hallway.
Really?
Yeah, it really did. Like something walked from left to right. I'm not joking. I'm being serious. Turn my IR on even more. I don't know. I mean, it is that twilight time right now, so
Yeah.
your eyes.
Well, but still, a shadow's a shadow.
Yeah, and that's a lot of claims. All right. Well, I say let's get our flashlights and get investigating.
Let's get some walkies too, so
Oh, yeah.
if we have an issue, we can communicate.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a good idea.
All right.
All right. Good luck.
All right. So I'm heading into the basement here. This is where a lot of activity was happening last night after we left.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we have split up, and I have the asylum. So Jason's going to the basement, which is a considerable distance away from where I am, and JV's going to the attic. So I have, I actually have the largest.
Switch to channel 8 so we can talk shit about John.
These guys, I'll tell you, I'll go to channel 8. Hold on. Unbelievable.
What, should we use 9 instead?
I tell you, you guys think it's easy. It's not. It's really not.
This was Ida's room. Ida ended up taking her own life. She ended up getting some stuff and a broom handle, and then an extra sheet from her bed.
Okay, her name is Ida Gunkel. Her son lived down the road down there. He decided he would take her home with him to make whatever much of her life that there is tolerable. He can't do anything with her. And so he packs her up one day, loads her up, brings her up here, and sits in there in the living room and talks to the caretaker and caretaker's wife about leaving her here. Well, the caretaker done the worst thing that they could possibly do. They took her. This lady was messed up. Okay, she was messed up. Well, one day the old caretaker was coming in the front door when Ida was carrying on his conniptions out here in the hall. And he heard it. And he opened the door and looked and seen her rolling around on the ground in her own filth. There's one room down in the basement, right, just about right below us, that has bars in the window. Guess where Ida's going? Every night, his wife comes down the hallway down there in the basement, walks by Ida and checks on her, pulls the door shut and locks it. One night, Mrs. Thornburg coming down the hall, Ida heard her coming and hollered for her, Thornburg, come here. Ida wanted a broom. Get me a broom, Thornburg. Mrs. Thornburg gets up the next morning at 5:30, and the first thing she does is downstairs and checks on Ida. She opened the door, and Ida is dead. She hung herself with that broom. There's two pipes that are running parallel to each other. She got up there and laid that broom perpendicular across them two parallel pipes. When Mrs. Thornburg found her the next morning, Ida's feet was on the ground. Ida had just went ahead and dropped forwards. It is leaning forwards about a 45-degree angle against that knot around. Ida choked herself to death. It wasn't clean. And so Ida is still here. She probably can't move on. I'll tell that story because she is still here. But I don't do it down there in that room.
So this is Ida's room. Ida ended up taking her own life, according to claims. She ended up getting a broom because she told everybody she was going to clean her room. They gave it to her. She took a broom handle, stuck it up between the poles, the pipes, and then used a sheet and tied it into a knot to hang herself. All right, according to claims, she really does not like people being in here. She gets nasty. She doesn't want anybody in her room. So I'm going to set up a tripod and try to record some interactions, see if we're able to get any.
All right, I went up a couple flights of steps, so I'm gonna take a second to catch my breath. But I am in the attic. John is on the first floor. That's 2 floors down. And Jay is in the basement, which is 3 floors down. If I got to figure out where the light switch is here, because I need to turn this light off. And then we'll see what happens. Oh, there we go. Holy crap, it's pitch black. Have to be careful up here because there's a lot of these boards that are easy to trip on. All right, I'm going to set the camera up right here on the tripod. Wow. I'm going to go over here. Okay, no light on. Pitch black in here with the exception of the screen on the viewfinder on my camera. And this is the area where the judge would hold his mock courts. Behind me is where his judge's bench was, and to my right is where the jury would sit. I just heard some noises behind the camera too.
Jason's in the basement, and JV is up in the attic. I'm sorry. Yes, JV's in the attic. And I have the asylum, so I have the first and second floor. So I'm going to be investigating some claims that happened down here. And just a few minutes ago, Jay thought he saw a shadow before we split up down in this area. So I'm going to head down that way where we saw the shadow and see if I can figure out what's going on. But here we go, all alone.
Pitch black. Anybody here? Judge, are you here? Oops.
All right. Ida, my name's Jason. I'm from Rhode Island. Hopefully you're okay with me being here in your room. I brought some equipment that should allow us a means to communicate. If you'd be willing to do that with me, I'd greatly appreciate it. I mean no disrespect being in here, but I'd really like to talk with you and find out maybe if you were the one making noise last night. Voices or the banging that we heard. This piece of equipment I'm going to put on your bed. Again, no disrespect meant. This piece of equipment picks up vibrations, different types of frequencies, and temperature changes. All you need to do is tap it. Okay? If you notice, it won't hurt you, it won't cause you any harm. Again, I'm just here to talk to you. Or talk with you, and we can talk about whatever you want. Thank you. Thank you. That allows us a way to communicate. If you tap on it once, we can go with yes. If you tap on it twice, it can say no. Do you understand this? If so, all you need to do is tap on the device. We can tap on the device once for yes, twice for no. Okay. Are you alone here? If you are, please tap on the device once for yes, twice for no. Are you alone here? Okay. Are you okay with me being here in your room? If you are, just tap on the device once for yes. Thank you. Are there more that... Two, three. Are you saying there's 3 of you here? Okay. Are there 3 of you in here right now? Are there 3 of you in the building? Okay. Is there only you in this room right now? Is there more than just you in this room right now? Okay. Are you referring to me being in this room? Does that make 2 of us? You and me? Is there somebody else in this room besides you and me? Okay. Is the other person okay that I'm here? Is the other person okay that I'm here in this room with you? Is the other person trying to control you? Is the other person a male? Is the other person a female? Okay.
So I just heard something down. Oh, that thing scares the crap out of me every time. So I just heard something down this way. So let's take a peek and see what that was. Thought I heard some movement down here. So there's a mannequin in a room down here, and you can walk by this thing every time and it'll still spook you.
The Mandy Cam was just a joke. A guy that was going to spend Thanksgiving all by himself. His family's out west, and he's going to spend it all by himself. So I put a letter on there, Happy Thanksgiving, to him, and I forgot about it. And when we look back, all the people got scared. So that's how that came about. We just didn't do it to scare people. It was just for fun, and so it was just the reactions were priceless. So we had to keep it.
Hello? Is there anybody here? My name is John. I'm all by myself. There's nobody else here with me. Can you knock on something to tell me you're here? Just heard something. What was that? Okay. I keep hearing noises down this way. Hello, my name is John. I'd like to talk to you if you're here. Okay, I'm gonna set up the camera right here.
Sure sounds like something moving over there. Creepy. While I'm just trying to raise the legs on this. But I heard something moving around over there. Don't know what it was. All right, there we go. Okay. Soft spot on the floor there. Is there anybody here? My name's JV. I'm friendly. I'm here just to learn about you. How long have you been here? What's your name? Can you knock on something for me to let me know you're here? Or stomp your foot on the floor? There is some traffic noise. But I've got to tell you that this is really creepy. And I don't know why. I've been in a lot of these situations. But for some reason, this is particularly creepy. Can you stomp on the floor like this? I have a device here that I'm going to set down. And I'm going to ask you to talk to it because this device may be able to hear you when I can't. JV, I'm in the attic of Randolph County Asylum, EVP session. I just want to see if that's in the shot. Yes, okay. So this device here that's got lights on right now, the light won't stay on the whole time, has the ability to hear you when I can't. If you get close to it and you talk to it, I can listen later and I might be able to hear what you have to say. So with that in mind, can you get close to that device and tell me your name?
Is the other person that's in this room with us, were they a patient here? Is the other person that's in this room with us, were they a worker here? Were they a patient here? They were a patient here. Ida, do you know my friends that are in this building as well? Ida, do you know any of my friends that are in this building as well? Can you tell me how many of us are in this building? 1, 2, 3. That's right. 5. Are you trying to say there's 5 people in this building total? Okay. That's 3 of us and 2 of you? Okay. Is there anything you want to tell people out there? Was there anything here that happened to you that makes you angry? I don't understand. You tapped the device 7 times.
I'm getting a lot of footsteps out there. Let's go check it out. Okay. This is the creepy doll room. Well, let me tell you, it's creepy. Okay, so I'm gonna set up the camera over here somewhere. Okay. My name is John. I'm friendly. I'd love to talk to you. Can you tell me about some of these dolls? Are these yours? Footsteps. Footsteps are knocking. Is that you knocking? Can you do it again? Can you finish this sequence? I'm going to do this again. Can you finish this? I'm hearing something really loud dragging, so there's nobody above me. So, to give you a quick update here, I'm hearing a lot of dragging on the second floor. There's nobody on the second floor. So, we're going. See if we can figure this out.
Can you tell me how long you've been here? Can you tell me if you're a resident here or are you an employee? Is that whistling? Maybe. Again, this piece of equipment here that's lit up in the chair, that might be able to hear your voice when I can't, and then I can hear it later. So if you answer my questions by speaking to it, close to it, loudly, I may be able to hear those answers. How old are you? I know I asked your name once, but I'm going to ask again. What is your name? Can you tell the device so that I can hear it later? Just so everybody knows, with the exception of the viewfinder on the camera, it is pitch black in here. Absolutely pitch black. I'm intentionally not using my flashlight, except when I'm walking and I want to make sure I'm not tripping over something. What year is it? Do you know? Can you tell me what year it is? Who's the governor of the state of Indiana? Do you like being up here in the attic? Is this a place for you to get some quiet? Or I've also heard that some people like to come up here, especially children, and play. Do you like to play up here? I have to look. I keep hearing noise.
So this is the room of the young lady who became impregnated by her stepfather. This is where the segregation began.
So Lulu is 14 years old. Lulu has a stepdad, and it's going to go to pot from here then. And stepdad done exactly like you think he would. They call it statutory rape today. And not only that, he got her pregnant.
It's really awful what happened to you. Would you like to talk about it?
Can you stomp your foot like this? Was that you? There's nobody there. I heard that. Somebody stomped in reply to my stomp, and I just heard a voice as well. I got to make sure I play this back and listen carefully. Can you stomp your foot like this? Was that you? Can you stomp your foot like this? I heard you. Can you do that again?
Heard good banging again. Okay, what was that? So I don't know if you could hear that, but again, more banging. Can you make a noise to let me know you're here? Oh, that was loud. Can you make a noise to let me know you're here? Oh, that was loud. Can you make a noise to let me know you're here? Oh, that was loud.
Do you feel threatened by me being in here? You don't have to be threatened. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm only here to help you in any way that I can. Can you make the device go off numerous times? Ida, I'm hearing footsteps in the hallway. Okay.
Judy, are you hearing any banging in the attic?
I have been stomping my foot and asking for a reply, and I just got a stomp reply.
Okay, I heard that here too.
Yeah, I'm a little unnerved because it was
Very loud and very close.
okay.
So JV's in the attic right now, and he's stomping his feet, asking for a reply, and he had one, and I actually heard that reply. I'm on the second floor, so he's above me, but I've been hearing some banging and knocking the entire time, which is what brought me to the second floor in the first place. So,
You know, one of the funniest things about ghost hunting is that everybody who does it, almost everybody, the minute they have an experience like that, their heart starts to race, their breathing increases. I just got to flash a light over here. And the very thing they're looking for, if when it happens, you can't help but get a little anxious about it, a little adrenaline flowing. And that's what just happened here. This place has been crazy. We've had some great stuff happening.
I'm hearing walking in the hallway. Do you know who that is? Is it somebody who's friendly? Will they be friendly to me?
doing the alone stuff is great because sometimes entities that are too afraid to deal with a group of people will deal with just one, and they'll have the ability. They'll feel more confident in interacting with one person. Sometimes ghosts are introverts too.
Ida, did you do what you did because of somebody in here? Oh. Okay. There is somebody walking. All right.
Sounds like walking. Are you coming closer?
Ida, do you know whoever's walking in the hallway?
I'm going to turn this device off, but I'll give you one more chance to say something. Just approach it, the little red light here, and speak to it. Speak right into it. End of EVP session.
Repeat that.
Do you hear a dog barking?
I do hear a dog barking behind me. I'm in Noah's room.
So we have to assume that's outside?
Sounds like it.
For
All right, we have a magnetism jump. The device went from 0 up to about 6. And the temperature changed 4 degrees. Is that you making the device go off and change? If so, can you tap it just once? Okay. There's so much walking coming from this hallway.
Noah, can you move that ball? You can play with this ball if you want, Noah. Try and push it. Gather up all your energy and try as hard as you can to push that ball.
Would you like me to leave your room? Okay.
I feel like this is a hostage video. So much stuff in my pockets. Do you hear the dog? I hear a dog barking. Do you hear that?
All right, if there's somebody in here, my name's Jason. What the hell was that? All right, if there's somebody in here, my name's Jason. What the hell was that? All right, if there's somebody in here, my name's Jason. What the hell was that? I think I just heard a sound you made. I'm going to put this device here and I'm going to turn it on. It'll allow us to communicate.
Whatever that dog's mad about, it's really angry. My name's JV. I'm here as a friend. I'm here as an admirer of the building, which to many people, maybe you, it was a home, or it is a home.
All right, I always like doing this just to show you guys the environment that we're actually in here. I'm in, I should say. There's no we. All right, so what you see right now is because I have infrared lights on, which are not visible to the human eye. It's actually pitch black. So let me turn the infrared off. That's what I see.
Can you sit in the chair next to me? I'm going to pull it a little closer. Can you sit in that chair with me? Next to me? See, when we did these live on Paranormal Reality TV, if there was something going on behind me, the audience could see it because of the infrared. I can't see anything in front of me or behind me. And the audience could say, hey, JV, you got something behind you, or look, whatever, and I could react. But in this format, I don't have anybody to tell me if there's something sneaking up behind me. That's one of the reasons I like the live broadcasts that we did on Paranormal Reality TV, and we will do again at some point. Here, we'll do it. We're going to be doing them on this channel. Jason and I. It's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm just having a conversation in here if you want to come over. Just talking. Come here and sit down next to me.
I hear talking. Is that you? Hello? Are you trying to talk to me? Speak a little louder. Hello? Hello? Oh, okay, that was loud. That was really loud. What is that? Hello? checking that out. That was loud. Hello?
I keep feeling something's touching me on the shoulder over here. You don't see anything, do you? I'm also compromised. What is that? I have to review. I'm looking in the viewfinder, and down to my left over here, it looked like something was shadow over here. I'm going to have to look on replay. I'm also compromised. What is that? I'm a little compromised here. My hand is not fully functional. I had some surgery on it. But that doesn't mean I'm vulnerable. And to make sure that was clear. But that doesn't mean I'm vulnerable. And to make sure that was clear. But that doesn't mean I'm vulnerable. And to make sure that was clear.
There's nobody outside. That's loud. Was anybody just walking up and down stairs towards the living quarters?
No, I'm in the basement.
No.
Okay, well, I mean, it sounded like a full-grown man running up and down the stairs.
I thought that was you.
That was not me. I thought that was one of you guys. That was unbelievably loud. There's no way I didn't catch that on audio.
Well, it's crazy because I kept on hearing what sounded like somebody going up and down the hallway here in the basement. So.
Okay, great.
I did hear somebody stomp their foot. Thank you for that. That let me know you were here. And hopefully I'll have something on this device that I can hear later and maybe get more information about you. But thank you for being a great host or hostess or all of the above. Thank you.
Yeah, it had the distinct like slamming of feet on the wooden steps going up and down the steps as if you were running up the stairs. I thought somebody was running.
All right, 10-4.
I heard you trying to climb up and down the stairs. Were you trying to come talk to me or were you trying to get away from me? I just heard a voice. Down this way. Hello?
So I've got a piece of equipment here I'm going to start, and it'll allow us the ability to communicate through vibrations as well as other things. This device doesn't give off any heat or anything like that. It won't hurt you. But if you tap on it, it'll make a beeping sound to let me know that you're here. If that was you, can you tap on it again? Thank you. If you notice, it won't hurt you.
Hit that HQ.
Okay. Nothing here. That was something. These halls are really, really creepy in the pitch black. Really creepy.
Tell you hear a lot of footsteps and a lot of noises in this place, and these aren't small noises. I mean, some of the stuff is like banging. It's crazy. I still can't get over those footsteps that I heard. It sounded like they were... Thought it. Okay. Oh, it must be JV.
Come down.
How'd you make out up there?
What's that?
How'd you make out up there?
Something stomped really loud in reply to my stomp. I said, can you do that for me? And it did a couple times, and like on the third time, I got a loud boom right
Okay.
back.
And I think that's the one that I heard. I was
Yeah.
on the second floor and I heard like a slam. That's when I called you. But I got to tell you, I was walking down. Actually, I was standing right over here down in that second hallway.
Uh-huh.
And I heard what sounded like you guys running up and down the stairs. I thought somebody was coming down.
Really?
And I walked over there. I didn't see any flashlights bouncing off the wall. When I got there, it stopped.
Really?
And nobody was answering me when I called out. There was nobody over there.
Well, I don't know if it's if.
Oh!
The hell was that?
Jay!
What was that?
Jay, you good? Did you hear that?
Did I hear what?
That sounded like a scream, like that was a loud scream.
I haven't heard anything except what sounds like walking going up and down this freaking hallway.
Wow.
It sounded like it was in this room behind me. But I couldn't tell.
Like male, female?
Female.
Female scream. It sounded like distress.
Sounded like this bride over here was doing it.
It was startling. It was loud.
Where are you guys?
If you go towards the back of the building, go up the staircase.
We're at the staircase that would lead you up and down all the way up to the attic. We're by the room of the bride.
Oh, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Oh my God.
I mean, we were just here talking about what we had experienced. And then it was like, wow.
That was crazy. Oh my God. What an active night.
I know.
There was nobody over there.
Well, I don't know if it's if.
Oh! There was nobody over there.
Well, I don't know if it's if.
Oh!
I have to tell you, I don't get creeped out too
Yeah,
much.
right.
I mean, a little bit. But that attic, pitch black,
Yeah.
creepy.
Is it really? Yeah.
Oh my God. It was hard to stay up there as long as I did.
Is that right? Yeah.
And then I heard the boom. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Like, all right, what am I doing? Yeah. I'll tell you. Okay. Yeah. I mean, when I heard those steps up and down those stairs, I was like, what the? Hey, we're right here.
What the hell is right here? Holy crap. I thought you guys were closer.
So we just heard a loud scream. There's no way it's not on audio. I mean, it was loud.
Well, all I kept on hearing was sounded like somebody walking down the stairs. I heard what you were talking about, voices a few times, and then it sounded like somebody going up and down the hallway, and loud. I mean, really loud, going up and down the hallway.
Yeah, so John and I were just standing here talking about what we'd experienced. Got up in the attic. I did this 3 times. I said, I'm going to do this. Can you do it in reply? 3 times. The 3rd time, boom.
I heard John ask, about the bang, but I couldn't hear you stomping. So.
Oh, you were like 4
you were
floors
there.
down,
I
right?
was in the basement.
Yeah, but something stomped in reply or bang, whatever it was a boom. And so we were just talking about that down here, and he was talking about what he heard. And I was like, whoa, this like almost a scream. And I walked in and I saw the bride over here.
It scared the shit out of
And
me.
it scared the shit out of me because I just heard the scream. And I'm like, holy shit. Obviously it wasn't her, but.
I was in Ida's room and using the solace, put it on the bed. Everything was calm. Started asking questions. Yeah, asking like tap once for yes, 2 for no. It boom right on cue. And then it's like, are you able to see me? Yes. Do I look normal to you?
Were you moving your light around?
I
just holding
don't,
still?
I don't think so. I think it was holding it up.
Or maybe, is that because of a car going by, maybe?
Oh, but I said, are you able to see me? Yes. Do I look normal to you? No. All right. Do I look blurry? Yes.
Really?
Am I misty? No.
Wait, is that?
It's like, it started going off like crazy. And I was like, do you want me to leave? Yes. I was like, okay, out of respect, I'll leave.
Yep.
I'm like, do you know that people
There's something going on.
that just sound like a door.
Yeah, there's something going on down here.
Look, listen. It's like footsteps.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And nobody got in the building, right? I mean,
No, I mean, listen, I would have put the last dollar on one of you was walking up and down those stairs. It was unbelievable.
I mean, you can see right on the camera. I went to Ida's room, and then I went to the handyman area.
That was so loud. That was so loud.
I don't know. It's like I keep on waiting for somebody to come around the corner.
I know.
So this is what we're looking at right now. Our other cameras are on tripods. So we keep looking down this.
Someone just peeked around the corner. Far door from the left. Did you see it when you were looking in there?
I don't think I did.
It looked like something like about waist high to us, peeked around the corner.
Down this hallway here?
Yeah, all the way to the last door.
Hello? Is there anybody here?
Anything?
Nothing. Bathrooms are clear. Nobody in the bathrooms. Our other cameras are on tripods. So we keep looking down this.
Someone just peeked around the corner. Far door from the left.
Our other cameras are on tripods. So we keep looking down this.
Someone just peeked around the corner. Far door from the left.
Our other cameras are on tripods. So we keep looking down this.
Someone just peeked around the corner. Far door from the left. I don't know, man.
It's an interesting place.
Crazy stuff. Should go reset battery change and stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. The basement's active.
Should we go back down the basement?
Yeah,
Probably a good time to debunk or investigate what
we do
were-
need to check that out. We need to see if we can recreate whatever was happening. Just see where that light is now.
Oh, shit.
every single time.
Yeah, but come here. It's different.
Huh? What do you mean?
It's different. Turn the flashlight off and look
Oh yeah, with the lights.
with the lights.
Oh yes, I know. Yeah, that's brutal, isn't it?
I did not see that before.
Yeah. So just so you guys can see here, this is with the without the IR. We kind of can see the outline of the mannequin, but it's got these two red lights on it, look like eyes. It's ridiculous. Dude, I jumped so hard when I walked by that thing. Again, I prepared myself
Yep.
for that thing every single time, and it still gets me.
All right, I will say, this place is pretty freaking creepy. It is.
So you were in the basement.
Yes, I was.
And what happened to you?
Well, besides, I heard what John was talking about. It sounded like somebody coming down the stairs. And then it kept on sounding like somebody coming up and down the hallway. I was getting direct communication using the Solus with vibrations and everything in Ida's room. I headed over. I was in the workshop area. And I was only there for a minute because while I was in there, that's when you guys started calling down, and John was talking about the footsteps, and then all of a sudden, you guys said something about a yell.
While you were down there, did you notice anything that could account for the noises we caught on the stationary?
None.
Okay.
None. I'll be honest. I looked around, but it's creepy down there. It's creepy in that basement.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
So
what happened with you?
So I was on the second floor, and I heard a loud bang, and that's when I called you on the radio because I knew you were up there somewhere, and you had mentioned that you heard direct communication from a stomp, or I guess that's what you were asking for a response. So I heard it. I mean, it was loud.
You think you caught it on the camera, the mic?
Yeah, I'd be shocked if I didn't.
Okay.
It was pretty loud. But I think the biggest thing so far tonight, I was on the first floor, I was in the back of the building, and I heard like what sounded like a full-grown man running up the stairs. Now, I mean, look, we're professionals. We don't run.
Yeah.
We don't do that. So it was kind of strange to me to hear that, and I didn't think it was you guys doing that, but I went over there, I looked, there was no flashlights bouncing off the wall, neither of you were responding to me, and there was nobody around, and I mean, it went on for a good 10 seconds. It was significant.
Really?
It was loud.
I heard what sounded like somebody going down the stairs. I thought it was you initially.
Yeah.
So, and it was loud enough that I'm pretty sure my mic probably would have caught it too.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I mean, to me, it sounded like running, and I know we don't do that. And I heard running, and it was definitely sus for sure.
Well, you make it sound like we're unhealthy. We do run. We just don't run.
We don't run away.
We don't run away. There's a big difference. We run, just not away from things.
This is okay. I'll
We
give you
leave that to the professionals.
So yeah, and then there's the experience that you and I had. You came down from the attic and met me on the first floor. We heard a loud female scream, and it sounded like it was behind you.
Yeah, it did. It sounded like it was right behind me. And the thing that made that even more startling is that I turned around to look, and there's that mannequin dressed in the bridal gown right behind me. And when you hear the scream and you're thinking there's a woman, you turn around and you see that, that's startling.
It is.
I will say, I've investigated thousands of places. I wouldn't want to be in this building alone.
No.
I would not want to be in this place alone.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If somebody said, I need you to go in alone, I would do it. But I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
because the place, it's creepy. There's a lot of creepy things that go on. All right, well, I say let's go check the place out a little more.
They don't care what I experience in the attic, but that's between us.
Hey, Jimmy, what'd you experience in the attic?
Well, let me tell you.
God, I act like I give a crap.
So
All
Like
right,
you-
well, let's go. All right, no, seriously.
It's really not a long story, but like you said, the basement was really creepy. I haven't been in a situation where I've really felt completely creeped out and like almost like I don't want to stay in this room. I was feeling that way up in that attic tonight. And a couple of things happened that are notable. One is that I did hear some shuffling footsteps kind of thing, and I thought I heard a voice at one point, but I was asking for a reply to Stomping. I did it a couple times. On the third time, boom. And that's when you radioed me
Mm-hmm.
and said, "Hey, do you stop it up there?"
Mm-hmm.
And I know we got. There's no way it didn't get recorded
All
because
right,
it
cool.
was loud. So that
That's
was
awesome.
pretty cool.
Well, I say first off, what we do is we head downstairs and we try to figure out that light scenario.
Oh, okay.
And because we had the banging,
Yeah.
where'd that shadow come from?
Yeah.
You see the beetles? Those things out there. All over out there. We're trapped.
All right, so our main thing is first off, figure out where this reflective light. I mean, this light was illuminating. So I'm going to shut my IR.
So I'm of the mind, based on what I saw, and again, this hasn't been a real strict analysis. We just did a quick look at it and we were listening to it. But I am under the impression that the IR that was coming from the stationary camera spilling onto this wall is what was being shadowed. So that would have meant whatever the figure was or whatever it was that was shadowing it had to be in this area right here, not out there.
I just heard that.
Well, I hit this right here.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
And if that's the case, that's a completely different animal
Right.
than the possibility of something blocking out light coming from the store over here.
So, all right, your camera was, so go to where the camera was then.
John is right
I'm
where it
right
was.
here.
And your viewfinder was facing backwards.
It was off.
Oh, it was closed.
I had
All
the
right, so
viewfinder off.
Close your viewfinder, John. So he's got his viewfinder off. And Jimmy, just close your viewfinder so we can recreate. So, because I want to see if there's any light. I mean, there's really not a lot of light coming on that wall, right?
Not really much
John,
at all.
Well, your IR's.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so if I turn this way, John. All right, I'm not blocking anything, right? So,
I mean, really, there's no visible light. The only light is IR light.
I don't know then, man. That's
And if it was IR light, it had to be coming from the camera, because there was an IR mounted light on
So
the camera.
here's the thing. I barely have a light on this wall. I mean, barely. Yeah, JV, I'm with you on this one. The only light you have here is the IR. There's nothing else here. So for us to get a shadow right here, you had to block the IR. It's the only light source.
Right.
Let me turn the camera's normal. I'll turn it off the infrared. So I want people to see that this is a dark hallway. So what you're seeing right now is
Other
exactly.
than Jay's viewfinder, there's no light.
Okay, so now we have no flashlights on. We've got nothing. This is the environment that camera was in. And there, as you can see, there is absolutely no light whatsoever on this wall. So the only light came from the camera's IR, which is not visible to the human eye. So that shadow got in the way of that IR light, plain and simple.
Something just like illuminated down there.
Really?
I'm back on
How
IR.
far down?
I mean, kind of a ways, but it was like near the room, but it illuminated real quick. And if we weren't in a basement, I would have said it was like a headlights of a car turning. But
Where's the workbench room?
just a few after. This is Ida's room. It's right here.
Is that about where you saw the illumination?
Yeah, it's right about. But honestly, I think it might have been at the end of the hall. I don't know. It was weird. My camera was facing that way, so I'm thinking I would have picked it up. Is there anybody here who'd like to talk with us? We've heard you talking and walking.
Can you knock on something to let us know you're here?
That was something.
I heard that.
That's how I came from this way.
Can you bang on the workbench again like you did last night? Give it a good slap or a bang or a hammer. Let's walk over to the morgue side.
All right, let's do it.
Go into the morgue. Is that an angel?
Be an angel of death? It's weird. That's where they kept the bodies. This is how we got him in there.
Is anybody in here? I'm in the freezer. Now it's just shot. Shut the door.
All right, you know, I hate to say it, but I gotta see this friggin' poor little girl's room
Oh, okay.
because you want to beat somebody to death when you hear those stories.
Yeah.
And what was her name?
Lulu.
Yeah, because it's a big room. It's on this side.
This is friggin' horrible.
Lulu, you here?
My name is John. I'm here with Jason and JV. Would you like to tell us what happened?
Honestly, I don't think they'd want to
Talk about it.
talk about it. I don't know.
Not so sure she was capable of talking about it.
Yeah, true.
Lulu, can you let us know you're here? Touch one of us, maybe make a
There was-
noise?
There was just a voice as you were talking. There was
Really?
like a voice, and it's not a female.
Really?
But it wasn't in here. It was out there. I mean, continue talking. I'm going to shoot down the hallway.
Lulu, you trying to talk to us? Lulu? Can you sit in here with us? Anything?
No.
Yeah, she might be afraid of men, period.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's 100%
I mean, I
true.
would be.
I mean, have you looked in the mirror, John?
Yep, that's true.
It's like,
I just heard that too.
Yeah. It was like it was a moan or something.
it's like,
I just heard that too.
Yeah.
it's like,
I just heard that too.
Yeah.
I mean, direct communication, response, screams.
Mm-hmm.
Been interesting.
Jail cell's right up here.
Let's check that out again.
So, just a reminder, last night we came up here and this door had been closed.
Mhm.
Remember? So we opened it and made note that it was open and it has not closed again. Obviously. Oh, Jesus.
What?
What is that?
Is that a rabbit?
Is it? Something moved.
It's a
It's a
rabbit.
rabbit. Right into the step there.
Oh,
Right there.
oh yeah.
I just saw some move there.
Good eye.
You know, your
Go ahead.
IR light's not even on, but mine's probably doing that.
It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, what was that? I heard that.
Dude, that was like that was a female.
That was a female voice. I heard that.
hell?
That was a female voice
Yes, it was.
right here. In
there with you?
it sounded like it came from in here. It was Ida's room. You know, your
Go ahead.
IR light's not even on, but mine's probably doing that.
It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, what was that? I heard that.
Dude, that was like that was a female.
That was a female voice. I heard that.
Hell?
You know, your
Go ahead.
IR light's not even on, but mine's probably doing that.
It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, what was that? I heard that.
Dude, that was like that was a female.
That was a female voice. I heard that.
Hell?
Okay. All right. So we're wrapping the investigation here at Randolph County Asylum here in Winchester. Indiana. And right now I'm in Ida's room, which they claim she was a patient here who took her own life. I was in here earlier and had some direct responses using devices. This place has been really active. We've had a lot of activity going on, whether it's me having activity here in the basement, John having activity on the upper floor, Jimmy having activity in the attic. It's been nonstop. There's always been something happening. Voices, direct responses, footsteps, walking, stomping. The list is endless. We had a lot of evidence to go over the next few days because we've been here for a few days and really see what turns up. But I have to be honest, this is a really creepy place and a really interesting place. There's been a lot of sadness that's happened here. And of course, it breaks your heart, the things that people went through. But I mean, it's an amazing place to investigate. Really is. So we're going to get back, get some rest, start going over the evidence, see what we found.
So we're wrapping up our second night at Randolph County Asylum, and what a night it's been. Let me tell you, the second night has been considerably more active than the first. We've had voices, footsteps. At one point, I was on the first floor, and I heard what sounded like somebody, a grown man, running up and down wooden stairs. And as I stated earlier in the episode, we don't do that. So it was definitely something I needed to know, I needed to figure out quickly. And there was nobody there. So, I mean, it's been a wild night. There's a lot of areas in this place. It's a very creepy place. And it seems like when you're alone and you're sort of more vulnerable, things really pick up. And that seemed to be the experience across the board for everybody.
So we're just finishing up here at Randolph County Asylum. It's the second time I've been here. The first time I did a live broadcast with Paranormal Reality TV. That was an exciting investigation. This one has kind of run circles around that one. We have had virtually every type of paranormal activity that people generally report happen to us while we've been here. One of the things that we did, which we do at almost every investigation, is we set up a static camera in a key area. Often we review that footage and there's nothing there. This time we seem to have caught shadows, sounds, stomping, banging. There's a lot there, and we're going to have to go through it very, very carefully. We tried to debunk it. We tried everything we thought of to debunk it. Nothing seemed to match, with the exception of banging in a certain area, the room with the workbench. That seemed to be a match. But we'll have to review it and see. We put a static camera in there on the second night to see if anything else happens. Maybe we can catch something in there. But all in all, we have experienced a ton of things here. We've got a lot of work to do. And I also want to just shout out to Dan and Rich, who are the owners and they are the creators of Saving the Old Property. STOP is the acronym. They've put a lot of love, money, sweat, and tears into not just this property, but other properties to save them, not only for historical purposes, but for the paranormal community. And they deserve our thanks. And we thank them for being such great hosts.